True happiness lies within. For ages, humanity has searched for the key to happiness. Yet this search has been in vain and short-lived, when the object of pursuit was material and egoic. We have been influenced to believe that happiness is determined by our outward circumstances. If we remain young, attractive, slim, have the right possessions, are renowned in the world, and have a financially successful career, that we are happy. This proposed happiness is bound to end, as life is ever-changing, like the fleeting movement of the wind. We may search the universe for the secret to true happiness, but the answer has always been enshrined within our divine selves. If we turn to our hearts, we realize that God has placed the key therein, and that it has always been waiting for our recognition. Together we will explore the ways to finding true and lasting happiness from the wisdom of the ages and the Baha'i writings. We will come to discover that the source of true happiness is spiritual rather than material. Simply said, human happiness is founded upon spiritual behavior. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you.
The wise person, a giver of happiness, attains happiness himself. Buddha. Everybody in the world is seeking happiness. And there is one sure way to find it. That is by controlling your thoughts. Happiness doesn't depend on outward conditions. It depends on inner conditions. It isn't what you have or who you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Dale Carnegie.
Anybody can be happy in the state of comfort, ease, health, success, pleasure, and joy. But if one will be happy and contented in the time of trouble, hardship, and prevailing disease, it is the proof of nobility. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Buddha. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom and getteth understanding. Judaism. Happy is that people whose God is the Lord. Christianity. O ye who believe, fear God, desire union with Him, contend earnestly on His path, that you may attain to happiness. Islam. Joy. Joy gives us wings. In times of joy, our strength is more vital, our intellect keener, and our understanding less clouded. We seem better able to cope with the world and to find our sphere of usefulness. But when sadness visits us, we become weak. Our strength leaves us, our comprehension is dim, and our intelligence veiled. The actualities of life seem to elude our grasp. The eyes of our spirits fail to discover the sacred mysteries, and we become even as dead beings. There is no human being untouched by these two influences, but all the sorrow and the grief that exist come from the world of matter. The spiritual world bestows only the joy.
When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you. A joy. Rumi.
Man is, in reality, a spiritual being, and only when he lives in the Spirit is he truly happy.
Man is the life of the world, and the life of man is the spirit. The happiness of the world depends upon man, and the happiness of man is dependent upon the spirit. Abdu'l-Baha. There is nothing I feel more than waking up without a program that will help me bring a little happiness to those with no resources, those who are poor, illiterate, and ridden with terminal disease. If there is anything that will one day kill me, it will be the inability to help them. If I can spend a tiny part of my life making them happy, I'll be happy. Nelson Mandela.
When we find truth, constancy, fidelity, and love, we are happy. Happiness consists of two kinds, physical and spiritual. The physical happiness is limited. Its utmost duration is 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. It hath no result. Spiritual happiness is eternal and unfathomable. This kind of happiness appeareth in one's soul with the love of God, and suffereth one to attain to the virtues and perfections of the world of humanity. Therefore endeavor as much as thou art able in order to illuminate the lamp of thy heart by the light of love. As to material happiness, it never exists. Nay, it is but imagination, an image reflected in mirrors, a spectre and shadow. Consider the nature of material happiness. It is something which but slightly removes one's afflictions, yet the people imagine it to be joy, delight, exaltation, and blessing. All the material blessings, including food, drink, etc., tend only to allay thirst, hunger, and fatigue. They bestow no delight on the mind, nor pleasure on the soul. Nay, they furnish only the bodily wants. So this kind of happiness has no real existence. As to spiritual happiness, this is the true basis of the life of man, because life is created for happiness, not for sorrow, for pleasure, not for grief. Happiness is life. Sorrow is death. Spiritual happiness is life eternal. This is a light which is not followed by darkness. This great blessing and precious gift is obtained by man only through the guidance of God. When our thoughts are filled with the bitterness of this world, let us turn our eyes to the sweetness of God's compassion, and He will send us heavenly calm. True happiness. The happiness and greatness, the rank and station, the pleasure and peace of an individual have never consisted in his personal wealth, but rather in his excellent character, his high resolve, the breadth of his learning, and his ability to solve difficult problems. A bird perches upon the loftiest branch and builds there its nest with consummate beauty and skill. All the grains and seeds of the meadows are its wealth and food. All the fresh water of mountain springs and rivers of the plain are for its enjoyment. Truly, this is the acme of material happiness, to which even a human creature cannot attain. This is the honor of the animal kingdom. But the honor of the human kingdom is the attainment of spiritual happiness in the human world, the acquisition of the knowledge and love of God. The honor allotted to man is the acquisition of the supreme virtues of the human world. This is his real happiness and felicity. But if material happiness and spiritual felicity be conjoined, it will be delight upon delight.